What's up, family? It is none other than your boy Jay Giddens, the paralegal. As usual, remember to be positive, be optimistic, and keep positive people in your circle. The title of this video is Welcome Fathers. All right, to all my fellow fathers out there who might be fighting for your children, welcome. I'm here for you, okay? I want to welcome you to this page. I want to let you know that if you are a father who, regardless of what your situation is, regardless of what your scenario is, if you are a father who wants to be involved in your child's life and you need help, I'm here for you, family, okay? I'm not going to promise you that I know everything, okay? I'm not going to promise you that I can make sure that you get everything you want, but I will promise you that I will do everything that I can to give you the tools you need to hold the people accountable who do not have your children's best interest at heart, right? Even the way I just worded that. These are the things you want to surround yourself with, right? These types of ideologies, right? All my fathers out there, y'all need somebody like me in y'all corner, bro. All right? And I'm telling you this seriously, like, because a lot of people just going to tell you to crash out. You know what I mean? A lot of people going to tell you to crash out if you have trouble. You know, if you follow me, you already know I'm going through a parental alienation situation with my two eldest daughters, Journey and Justice, who are ages 15 and 11, right? I have sole custody of them, but their mother, who's very violent and very vindictive and narcissistic, has taken them. She's abducted them, and it's abduction because she has no legal rights, right? A lot of people would tell me to crash out, right? A lot of people would tell me, oh, if it was me, I'd go get my daughters. I'd pull up, blah, 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 right? But you can't always handle things that way because, believe it or not, the law is not about right or wrong. It's really not. This is where a lot of people go wrong. The law is not about right or wrong. It is simply about assuring that we all can live amongst one another without killing each other, right? The law is about assuring peace, assuring cordial communication between all of us, right? That's what the law is about. And the law is about making sure that we all are able to coexist amongst one another. It's not always about good or bad. Sometimes you might need to do some things that some people think are bad in order to achieve that. So people have to get out of their heads that the law is about good or bad. So I say all this to say, when we talk about family law, if you're a father who loves your child and you want to be in your child's life and you think that, you know, the law is just going to be on your side because you're a father and fathers are supposed to be in a child's life, not so much. You know what I'm saying? Not so much the case, right? You have to prove that you are adequate as a human being to the court, right? Like it's like if somebody says, hey, you know, anybody who is a member of Sam's Club can get $20 from me anytime they want to, right? It's like if somebody tells you that, but they don't tell you where they are or where to show the ID or they never tell you that you're a member or they never tell you need ID or, you know what I'm saying? The point of the matter, what I'm saying is like this, I feel like I might have went too far with all these anecdotes, guys, and all these metaphors and stuff. What I just want to say is, as a father, you know, the court recognizes your value, but only to a certain degree and only to a certain extent. And also you want to understand that the courts have to stay in business. You know, it's business. You know, the government, the country is a business. I mean, you guys have to be aware of this, right? The country is a corporation. You know what I mean? USA Incorporated, right? Now, once you know this, you can kind of get a different perspective on how things work, right? So when you're talking about family law, where the kids are going to be, all this kind of stuff, right? What does the government stand to benefit from this, right? Like a lot of times, like, because some people, I think they think that the government like has a bias against men, right? I'll be completely honest with you. I don't personally think that they have a bias against men. I think that they like money and they want to do whatever they got to do to assure money. I mean, every state, every city, every, you know, municipality, these are all, you know, things that function through money that is allocated, through funding, raising, all of this kind of stuff, right? So they have to make sure that their city, so Baltimore City court system has to make sure that their city has enough money to keep their court funded, right? So the proceeds go to the state for child support, right? So if you're in family law and you know that you are making decisions that is going to decide where money goes to the court or not, of course you would want to do what's going to favor the court, right? And giving custody to a man, that's not gonna make you no money. It doesn't make money to give custody to a man because a man's gonna take care of his child. You know what I'm saying? If you give custody to a man, he's gonna take care of his child. You know what I'm saying? He's just gonna do it. Men don't get the benefit of doubt of all these excuses people make and, oh, he needs help. Oh, they don't give us that. They say, you should have did X, Y, Z. You know what I'm saying? If a father has a child that misses 2 months of school, nobody's going to say, oh my gosh, he's probably overwhelmed. We have to check on him. They're going to say, get those kids away from that guy. He's not doing a good job. You get what I'm saying? If a woman, a mother, has a child that misses 2 months of school, they're going to say, oh my God, check on mom. Is she okay? Did somebody do something to her? Is everything? Maybe she's going through it. Oh, and they're going to find a way to help her, right? You don't get this as a man. You know what I'm saying? And this is one of the things you kind of have to learn early. But once you learn that, you understand why the government makes the decisions they make. So if they give children to a father, the father is not likely going to put the mother on child support. And even if he did put her on child support, he's not going to be dependent on no woman to take care of him and his child. He's going to take care of the child either way. Which might mean that the mother is going to not pay child support and the father's not going to actively try to fight and get her locked up for it because at the end of the day, they don't care, right? But if you turn the tables and you put a female on that end and you have a mother who puts a father on child support and she's not taking care of her child because she doesn't have any money, he's going to work and pay her. And this is all a psychology, right? I'm not saying he's going to work and pay her because that's the way it should be and that's what it is. I'm saying he's going to because that's the way males have been programmed to believe, right? Males have been programmed to believe that they're second-rate parent, that they come second to the mother, to the point where guys won't even fight for custody of their child. They'll just be like, oh, she took him, yo, so what do you mean so? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they won't even fight because their brains have been dumbed down to believe that their job is to go make money, come home, and give it to the lady. What they don't realize is that we was making babies before money existed. Hello! You know what I'm saying? Somewhere down the line, I think we as people forgot that we was raising babies way before money was here, right? So what that means is you obviously don't need money to raise a baby. Right? I mean, you might need food. You know what I mean? You might need water, but you don't need money. You need a way to get a hold of those things, which there are several ways to do. The reason that I'm going down this path, for anybody who might be wondering why I'm talking about this, is because what I'm talking about right now is specifically why fathers lose to mothers, right? Because the way they think, right? Because all the stuff that fathers are probably saying, what you mean, man? I gotta provide, I gotta do this, and I gotta do that. Women don't think like that. Mothers don't think like, oh my God, by any means, I gotta provide for my baby. Mothers think like, by any means, somebody need to make sure that I'm able to provide for my baby, right? So if a mother has a child going to school and the child can't make it to school, or she doesn't take the child to school because she's sick or under the weather or something, she's not going to accept accountability for that. She's going to blame somebody else. Or she's going to say, well, she's going to excuse it. You know what I mean? And we all know this in society. Look, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse with this. I'm trying to get my fellow fathers out there to see what I'm saying. Because when you see all of these things, it gives you a better perspective to fight with. You know what I'm saying? It gives you a much better perspective to fight with. You get what I'm saying? Because you have to realize that, like, as a father, you already are in an uphill battle. So when you come to the court, you have to come all the way correct. And getting a lawyer ain't coming all the way correct. What's up, Lord G Flexing? Sending positive vibes to you. First of all, I'm a little surprised that you stayed in the live this long. So I send a lot of vibes to you. And not because I think, that you wouldn't stay. It's just most people leave real quick. Like, most people can't take what I talk about. Listen, I'm going to be real with you. I got a lot of respect for people who are able to tolerate me because I'm a lot. I know I am. Like the topics I speak on, the stuff I say is stuff that scare people. Like, you know what I'm saying? I talk about shit. He said, I love these law shit, bro. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. So on the paralegal page, I'm gonna make sure on this page I just talk about law, and I'm gonna do a lot of inspiring of fathers as it relates to family law. You said going back to school for paralegal now. Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up. You know, a paralegal is like a title, right? So like that's why I'm a paralegal, right? Let me tell you how. Because legally, a paralegal is actually an entity that you can self-proclaim, right? Because a paralegal is someone who studies and applies information and documents of the law. Okay? Who the fuck ain't one of those? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to legally. I'm not discouraging you, bro, by the way. Go do what you're doing. I'm just talking shit. So you can like for instance, right? I could say I am a personal trainer. All I gotta do is get some people and train them. Right? But somebody would say, you're not a personal trainer. You didn't go to school. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't go to school to be a personal trainer. You know what I'm saying? But a personal trainer is a person that trains, like personally, right? So a paralegal is a person that studies the law. You don't got to go to school to do that. Like to study the law, you got to do is pick up a Black's Law Dictionary and read it and study it. And now you're a paralegal. So, you know what I'm saying? And paralegals can't even give legal advice anyway. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I think we all should be paralegals. You know what I'm saying? Why would you not be a paralegal? I mean, you out here, you know what I'm saying? You out here slipping if you ain't a paralegal because you living your life by a law that you don't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to take advantage of this shit. They're going to take advantage of you the first chance they get. Everybody is, man. Everybody is. People don't know the law, man. You said, for sure, trust me. Been soaking these banks. Yeah. And if you in school right now, hey, do everything that you can, man, to get all the information and knowledge that you can, and just make sure that you understand what the purpose of school is. You know what I'm saying? Because anything that they teaching you, and I'm not discouraging at all, bro. You know, a lot of love for you, okay? A lot of love for you and anybody else who watching this. I never want to seem like I'm trying to discourage anybody, but what I'm saying is, understand the purposes of these schools, right? They're not, you know, if you're going to learn to be a paralegal, you can learn all that shit yourself. There's nothing they're teaching you in there that you can't learn. There's nothing that they're talking about in there that you can't look up yourself. I guarantee you. If you don't believe me, your first day in class, call me. Tell me what y'all talked about, and I'm going to show you how to find it yourself. I'm going to show you how you could have found that out yourself, right? Like, for instance, right? Let's talk about quantum physics, right? You got to go to school for this, right? But you can look all of this stuff up. Can't you look up what an atom is? Tell me or not. Can you look up what an atom is, right? You can look up what an atom is, right? It's matter. It's the building blocks of life, right? You can look up what that is, right? Proteins, neutrons, electrons, right? You can look up what those are, right? You can find that information in a science book. You can find it on Google. You can find it on YouTube, right? But somebody would tell you that you got to go to school to learn it. Of course they would, right? Of course they would. Because that's what you're supposed to do. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go to school. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to control you when you go. Keep all of this in mind, family. I'm telling you this so that you can see it as well, because you probably already see it. And I apologize. I don't want to offend you, because you might be way tapped in. I've seen you've been following me for a long time. But I want you to keep in mind, when you go to school, right, they have these academic people that follow you, and they pay attention to what you do. Even to the point where when you graduate, they keep up with what jobs you work, and they keep up with what you're doing with your skill level. You get what I'm saying? I just want you to know that this world that we live in is not one that's like sunshine and roses. Nothing that sounds like it's good is for that purpose, right? So if you know what I'm saying? Like, if you see a commercial and it's like, hey, come here to such and such trucking. We'll teach you how to drive an 18-wheeler. We don't live in a world where they're just trying to teach you because they love you and they care about you and they just want everybody to learn. Like, no, they're trying to get money from you because you have to pay for the class. You get what I'm saying? Like, so if you got a class where they're like, hey, come here, we'll teach you how to be a paralegal. You know, we want to show you paralegal. You know, we're going to teach you this stuff. We don't live in a world where they just want you to know because they just want to make sure you know the law. Of course not. They want something from you, or they want to make sure they know who knows the law, or they want to control how you know the law. right? Because I know everything about health, right? I can tell, not everything, but I know a very lot about health. I can tell you all about health, right? About the anatomy, all of that, right? If I went to school and learned it, though, the way I think about it would be different. Because when they told it to me, they would have told it to me differently. They would have told me in a way, because when you go to school, guess what you have, family? See, you taking me off track now. I'm gonna start getting into lecture mode. I'm supposed to be just in the paralegal piece. Let me make this quick. When you go to school, guess what you have? You have something called a curriculum. You said why I've been getting into this so I can learn how to file a lawsuit. I'm glad you brought that up, okay? Because here would be my question, and I'm asking this respectfully, family. I'm asking this respectfully. Why do you think you gotta go to school to learn how to fully file a lawsuit? Like, what is it that makes you think you gotta go to school to learn that? Like, why did you, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm actually seriously asking, like, why do you think that you have to go to a school to learn how to fully file a lawsuit? And what information do you have that would make you think that? Like, I'm just wondering, because I know how to fully file a lawsuit, and I never went to school. All right, so, right, you don't have to. You don't have to. Because that's a Google and a YouTube video away. You definitely do not have to. Now, even if you did feel like you had to, guess what? You could go down to your local family court, grab somebody in there, and ask them. You get what I'm saying? You could stand outside the courthouse, and every time you see somebody with a suit that look like a lawyer, excuse me, sir, can I, excuse me, you could go to the Family Law Help Office. You get what I'm saying? You said you're about the Sue Renner Center. That's easy. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do, look up how to file a civil lawsuit. Just look up how to file a civil lawsuit. Look up civil lawsuit examples, right? Look up some examples of civil lawsuits, how they were filed. Just go for what you know, bro. Just go for what you know. Like, for instance, look, this is what I'm saying, right? Let's say you wanted to learn how to build a car. Anybody would tell you to go to school for that. They would tell you, what? Nah, bro, you got to go to mechanic school. You got to go, right? But I would tell you, why the hell would you go to school to learn how to build a car? Just go learn how to build a car. Go to a mechanic shop, stand there, ask them, tell them you want, record it, look at the videos when you get back home, download videos, study, learn. Because all that's going to happen, you know why people go to school? Let me keep it a stack with you. People go to school because they lack motivation. People go to school because they need somebody else to tell them to do something because they won't do it themselves. Because the school use books. People go to college and they be studying using the same books I read. And the teacher, they go to class and the teacher tell them, all right, guys, when you get home, read pages 74 through 78, and then we'll come in tomorrow and talk about it. How about you read pages 74 through 78 your goddamn self? Like, why do you need him to tell you? And then after you read it, if you have questions, look it up. So let's say you're trying to learn how to build a car. You get a mechanic book. You see it. You like, oh, okay. It said I gotta connect the tensile tool with the Taito. And you like, tensile tool, Taito. What am I gonna do? I should have went to school. No, not went to school. Look up what a tensile tool, Taito is. So then you get your laptop. You look up what a tensile Taito is, right? So then you say, oh man, this tensile Taito say it has a api-goopy-goo. Oh man, what's a api-goopy-goo? Then you look up a api-goopy. You see what I'm saying? This is how you learn. You figure it out. And then you do it until you get it. And then next thing you know, you good. You say awesome. All right, let me throw it up. You say, yep. See, bro, and you already on it too because you know trust laws. The fact that you even knew to bring up the word trust law means you know what you're doing. You said, I already wrote the complaint. Look at this, and you already know what you're doing, bro. First of all, I'm wasting my time. You already know what you're doing. You brought the word complaint and pre-settlement up. Those are legal terms that you only know if you are familiar with a certain level. You know what I'm saying? So you already articulate enough. You good, bro. I mean, I'm not saying don't go to school, but I'm just saying you don't have to if you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? And worst case scenario, appeal it. File it, go through the process. Everything that you do wrong, the court is going to tell you what you did wrong and give you a full explanation. This is another thing you find out when you represent yourself in court. When you do something wrong, when you submit something wrong, the court is required to give you a notice. It's kind of like when you take your driving test. You know how you take the written test, you take the driving test on the computer? After you fail the driving test, they tell you every answer you got wrong. Not the driving test, the written test, the skills test. After you fail it, they tell you every answer you got wrong. So you can only fail it but so many times because you just pay attention to what you did wrong, right? So if you submit something, yeah, just running my mouth, normal shit. But if you submit something, let's say you submit a document, right? Because, for instance, I submitted a document and I wanted to have my information withheld, right? My personal information withheld. there is another document that you have to submit in addition to that to request that the courts hide your information, right? This is stuff that I would not have known if I didn't keep, like, you just get to a point where you just gotta keep digging, family. And I just feel like school. Anyway, let me read your comments, because you commenting, buddy. You commenting, family. You said, I'm just going to school. Hold on. You said, I'm just going to school to get the certificate so my clients feel better. There you go. There you go. There you go. See? There you go. Now you with it. See? Like, for instance, I could teach somebody how to cure any sickness they have. I can teach them how to lose weight, all of that. But they won't let me because I don't have a personal trainer certificate. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got family members that's sick, got diseases, all kind of cancers and shit, tumors in their brain, right? But they won't let me help them because I don't have a doctorate. You know what I'm saying? But they'll go to fucking, they'll go to Randy down at, Health Chase Benefits and let him tell them. You know what I'm saying? Let him make $4,000 off of prescription pills from him. It's sad, you know what I'm saying? It's sad, family, because... And we really live in a time... We really live in a time where it's like... You even know... Am I using my laptop?
Yeah, I thought you had it in here. It's downstairs.
Oh. Yeah,
still in the bag.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Look, I forgot where it was. So, but no, I don't need it though. But yeah, so we live in a time where if you are being taken advantage of, nobody cares because it's your own ignorance. Like, we really living in a time where for you to fall for something, you had to be like choosing that ignorance to not know. You said all self-taught for 2 to 3 years now and been getting shit off my credit and even getting loans paid off with negotiable instruments. Yeah. I was thinking about that as well. I'm just going for clients to feel better, to be honest. Okay. You say, yeah, for real, bro. You need to check my page out. Not even on no funny shit. Okay. But I've been studying contract and trust law. All these companies use trust to make our contracts. Chattel paper into securities. I'm on you, Lord G Flexing. I'm on you. Look, Lord G Flexing. I don't know what I seen on your page, but I think I seen something that made me think that you were like not somebody that I could learn from. I don't know. I think like you posted a music video or something, or you did something. I don't know, bro. And I apologize because I'm not judgmental. Like, I'm not one of them people that like to judge people or nothing. But I do see what I see, you know what I'm saying? And I don't lie to myself about things that I see. So when I see things and they make me feel a way, I keep them in the memory of, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I want to tell you that I appreciate you, and I didn't know that you had, legal information and stuff like that on your page. I'm gonna definitely get into that, like soon as I get done. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be following you, taking a look at it and all that. I've been rolling up for the last 20 minutes, family. Completely unnecessarily, like, because I could have been finished, but I'm just, you know what I'm saying, talking, and, my goddess came in and out, and, whatnot, so. I'm going to go ahead and, using the SEC and the UCC for the securitization process. All right, look, let me go ahead and jump off this live, family, because again, this is a paralegal page, and I want to try to keep this page limited to just stuff that can help my fellow fathers out. Well, really parents in general, but fathers are the ones that really need help. The mothers, as soon as a mother is ready to take a man down, they all on her. They all on her. So, you know what I'm saying? So as soon as a mother say, oh, I want to put him on child support, it's 20 lawyers ready to help her. But when a father not seeing his child, people just, hey, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I want to help fathers. You know what I'm saying? Fathers need help. But remember to be positive, be optimistic, keep positive people in your circle, as those 3 things are key to ensuring positivity is invited in your future. Join me on the Jay Giddens the Father page, Lord G Flexing, because I can talk a little bit more on there. You know what I'm saying? All right, we out. Hold on, let me check your last. You said, no, I definitely want to get into that too. Bro, I've been a child in a mess up spot with my mom. I got you. Yeah. Join me on the Jay Giddens the Father page.